welcome to Ricky's Cajun Tarot. Well, I was just about to bake some homemade cookies and I heard that I was supposed to come in here and do a video for y'all. So I'm here to extend the Spirit's messages to you. This is a timeless reading, so whenever it finds its way to you, that's when it's for you. But it's general, so if it doesn't resonate, then it's not for you. If it does and you would like a private reading, my information will be in the description box below. So let's set our intentions for the reading. And we'd like to thank you in advance, Spirit, for your guidance and your messages. All right, so if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you would like to know when I upload a new video. And y'all expect miracles. We've all been going through a bit of a transition and transformation in the mind, so just hold tight and don't give up, because it is not in vain that you are awakening. So let's see what the messages are for y'all right now. So we've got, in your present energy, I can see that you are trying to consider your options, which is good, because you're on a journey to something new. You're leaving behind what you've built and going out to find a missing cup. This is your present energy. You have several options. You may not know that, but you have several options, and you're sorting out the valuable from the valueless right now and trying to see what is for you and what's not for you. You're really actually listening and trying to follow your true north, your truth. Looking for what really calls you, and then allowing it to be specifically guided by Spirit. Because you're going through a rebirth, and that is actually your challenge. For your challenge, you have the Judgment, and you can see here in this card that this woman is... well, she's going through a rebirth, and her true self is leaping out of her old self into something new. And that's what you're headed for in your present energy. In the near future, I can see that you have moved forward, but there is still a sense of loss about what you've left behind. So watch out for that energy. You have made a decision to leave behind what no longer serves you in the present, and in the future you're focusing on what you've left behind. So that's the challenge of the Judgment. When you're going through a rebirth, you have to allow what's no longer helpful to fall away, and sometimes it can really be a challenge to release our focus on what we're leaving behind. But it's very, very important to release that focus. You can sit with the sadness of leaving something, and that's helpful for a minute, for a while. And yet there is a point when we have to say, okay, I release you, and look at what is in front of us and what's being offered to us anew. It is hard to let go of the past, but you have been asked to do that, and you're doing it. So there's no need to keep the past present in your mind. That is the message that I'm getting. Let go of what you've left behind in form in the mind. if you still have it in your mind, then it's still your reality. There's no sense in going out to find your missing cup if you're going to keep in your mind what you've walked away from because you knew it was time. So with the Seven of Wands, I can see that you are really in a place of stability, because you've come to a place of certainty and peace. You've built a solid foundation for stability in your own mind, and you are defending it. And you can see on this card that she is in a namaste position, and her solar plexus is lit up with divine light, and she's surrounded by divine light. And she's got these 7 colorful wands below her, but she is above ground. She is above the battlefield, like the Buddha, or Neo in the Matrix. He's put his hands up and the bullets fall away. She's not touched. So that's what you're doing. You have built yourself to a certain place in this new beginning that you're on, and you're going to have to stand that ground. Keep yourself centered to be able to navigate this new life that you're in. It's very important that you don't let your energy go back into the past and the sadness of what you've left behind, because you already know you want to go and find your missing cup. So don't focus on what's gone. Let's see what else we can get. With the 7 of Cups, you have refuge. Let's read it. Okay. This is the time to go within. Seek, and you shall find your inner refuge. Take time for deliberation and reflection. In times of retreat, you can truly hear the voice of your soul. If you have been pushing hard or struggling to keep going, this is the time to be still and nurture your inner world. Draw nourishment from the wellspring within you. Think carefully about decisions you make at this time. If possible, put them off. Now is not a good time to make life-changing choices. Instead, take time to create a foundation for the future. Retreat and reflect on your heart's true desires. Proceed with care and deliberation as you make plans. Listen to your inner guidance. Beautiful. Okay, so, when we go through a rebirth, there's an instability because we are reborn anew, like a child, like the baby Christ. You are reborn in spirit, and so you got to get your legs on about you. It's really pure, innocent, beautiful energy. So you're coming from a place of childlike innocence, and you know not where you're headed. You're in the unknown, and it's truly a beautiful place to be. So that's why there's so much inner reflection right now, and how important it is for you to just be so grateful for this time that is given you to go inward and really feel your own inner guidance system and get to know it and get to know how you feel when it's spirit talking to you, and how it feels when it's not spirit and it's the ego saying, you better figure it out, hurry up and go get it. No, the spirit's voice is there's never a push, there's never a hurry, there's never a rush. You'll be moved. You'll just start going when it's time. You don't have to worry about that. That's not the problem. The problem is you're letting go of the past in the mind. Although you've left a lot of things behind in this material world, sometimes we need more time to let go of it in the mind and allow the healing to really take place in us. Very, very beautiful energy. You are in the near future in a very stable place of really, you've gotten grounded in your new world, and you're going to need to be guided step by step, inch by inch, into your new world, and it's going to build the foundation for everything. Stand up for what you believe is right. So that has a lot to do with the Seven of Wands, defending your boundaries. The Seven of Wands is stability and groundedness, but it's also defending the boundaries that you've built up. Not walls that you've built up, but many times there are many lessons, and sometimes the lesson is to open up and be vulnerable, and sometimes the lesson is to really be honest with yourself and others about what you feel, and to state your boundaries so that you're not walked all over. There are many lessons. So right now, that's yours. Defend your position. Don't be afraid to have boundaries. You have to give yourself the time you need to heal. And don't feel bad about that. There's no guilt in that. You need to take what you need. It's very important. All right, these cards want to come out. So you have love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So even if you feel like you should be or want to be doing, or going for some kind of project right now, and you're supposed to go inward, just see the good in everything. There's a reason for everything. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So look at your challenges as opportunities to grow. I mean, that is a real thing that myself and others around me are practicing. Like when there's a intensity that comes up, or you can feel the burn of things falling away or lessons being learned, to welcome them. Welcome the challenges, because we're not here to stay in one place and not expand and grow, and expansion is uncomfortable. So welcome the challenges. They begin to get fun. Like, okay, my inward time, I don't know about y'all, but my inward time is, God, I'm just so grateful for it. And I'm about to bake cookies and watch movies and pop popcorn. And, it feels wonderful to accept what is given me. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So be grateful for who's in your life. They're there in front of you for a reason. It's really, the Spirit gives us gentleness through others when we don't know how to be gentle with ourselves. So just embrace and have gratitude, and allow the ones in your life to support and help you, because that's what you're being given. Because you're going through a rebirth. And that is never comfortable. Imagine, a birth is coming out of a hole this big, a whole body in a world of water into a world of air. I mean, you can imagine the, period of adjustment needed for a rebirth. I'm sorry if that was graphic, but it's a little bit, can feel violent, at times, and really uncomfortable. So there you have it. Oh, yes, indeed. So you have co-create, breathe, and time to go. So you are leaving some things behind to enter into a brand new world that is waiting for you in your rebirth. You're going to need to take a lot of breaths, a lot of pauses, because it's all for this. You're going to be co-creating with the universe, which will bring you nothing but everything you've ever dreamed of, but not even that. I mean, you can't even imagine what it's like to co-create with the universe. And I'm hearing it's like, it's like you're going through the birthing process. You're going to, like the mother and the baby, you're going to be taking deep, deep breaths to allow this to come to fruition in your life, this new energy, this new world that you're coming into. Time to leave the old world in mind, in spirit, in body, so that you can begin to co-create with the universe. And breathing is one of the easiest ways to calm and relax yourself. You know, there's many, you can Google breathing exercises on the internet. I do a very quick breathing exercise every morning where I take 40 deep breaths in and out every morning. And it's like a recharge for your nervous system. You can look that up. So breathing is going to be one of breathing exercises, and breathing when you feel anxiety is going to be one of the ways that will help you relieve tension. All right, let's pull a card from the universe. What are the messages, spirit, and the guidance? Earth School. I love it. That's what you're in, Earth School. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Earth School. All right, this is good stuff, y'all. Planet Earth is a great initiation for the soul, and life lessons, or the curriculum for which we enroll. These aren't one-time lessons, but themes we choose to circle around, deepening our experience of them as we make our way through the spiral of life. Life lessons aren't only about getting it right. They're also about getting it wrong. Remembering that Earth is a planet of polarity helps with this understanding. Each year, the study deepens more and more. If you pull this card while you're going through a difficult time, you're being prompted to remember that your soul came here to grow and to learn. Try not to look at difficult times as getting it wrong. Instead, see them as opportunities for soul growth. If you can find a way to grow and soften your heart through the highs and lows, your soul is most definitely growing, which is the whole point. This is just what we talked about. You know, it's like not looking at challenges as burdens or bummers. You know, you're getting, expanded, and you came here for that. I mean, the messages here are you are going through challenges and the pain of loss, the loss of an old life and the beginning of a new one, and not sure which direction to go in, and having to keep grounded because it's such a whirlwind of new things and unknowns. It's exciting energy. It's so wonderful to be in this with y'all. I mean, we are leaving the past behind, the past that was painful, the past that was no longer helping us and serving us, and we're coming into something beautiful and new, and I'm with you in it. And I thank you for meeting me here, for joining me here as we go through this rebirth, and just to remember to look at it as all good. You know, the good and the bad times, don't label them as that. They're all important, and they can all be restful and embraced and enjoyed. So thank you for joining me here. And those are the messages I have for you. I'll see you next time. I surrender my plans to you.